Hi there, and welcome to the first episode of Wheelhouse Knits podcast. Thanks for joining me. My name is Heather Johnston, and I am from St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. I have been avidly knitting for 8 years now. Once I finished my degrees, I picked up my knitting needles and went from a very, very, very beginner level knitter to now I knit anything and everything. And I haven't really put my knitting needles down. So yeah, I live here with my husband, Adam. He is a tugboat captain who works 2 to 4 weeks on and off at a time. So when he's at work and once I get our son, Sawyer, who's 4, to bed, I've got lots of knitting time on my hands. So I can get a lot accomplished when he's at work. It's kind of nice. I mean, I miss him, but I like the knitting time. You can find me on Instagram. I am at the.wheel.house, and on Ravelry, I am the Wheelhouse. I am really active on Instagram, and I do use my Ravelry to track my projects, but I'm not, I don't check my inbox there very often. So Instagram is best if you need to chat with me. So I thought I would show you some of my whips today. The first one I'm working on is in this Maple Mousse Fibers bag. Unfortunately, Michelle, who made this bag, isn't making bags anymore. She's local to us. And when I first got back into knitting, she was making them, so I have quite a few of them. So this is a test knit that I'm working on, which I am allowed to show. It's for Nancy Wheeler, Wheel's wife. She is local to us, local as you can be here in New Brunswick. And this pattern is coming out soon, the Bouctouche Boardwalk Socks. These are actually for my husband, so he picked this yarn. I gave him a couple options and he winds all my yarn for me. So this is the one he picked and wound up. This is Madelintosh Sock in it's the Chicory colorway. So this is like really, really old stash. It's really nice that I'm using these because it's kind of perfect for the pattern. I knit my socks on 9-inch circulars from really start to finish. I do the toe on magic loop. So this is the test knit, 2.25 millimeters, Bouctouche Boardwalk Socks. They are beautiful. So I am through the foot. I've got my foot all done. I'm just ready to start the toe. So I did 10 repeats for the leg. And by the time I get done the foot, there will be 10 repeats as well for the foot. And then the toe. So these are for my husband, Adam. He has been saying he has been enjoying knit socks lately, so I thought, well, Nancy needed a 72 stitch count test knit, so I thought I can do that. Be a good gift for him. He is knit worthy. He, like I said, he winds all my yarn. He's a very supportive yarn husband, so it's the least I can do. I can't wait to knit these for myself. This pattern, I usually knit vanilla socks, but this pattern like flies. It's easy to memorize. It's intuitive, so you can read your knitting. And it's just like, it's almost like a self-striping sock where you're just like, one more repeat, just one more. Then I'll go to bed. Or then I'll empty the dishwasher. Yeah, it knits up really, really fast. So I should be able to get this one done today and the second one cast on. It has a heel flap and gusset, but obviously you can put in any heel that works for you. I know my friend Leanne, who is knitting them as well, she likes a fish lips kiss heel. They are cuff down. I love them. I can't wait to finish them for him. I think he's really gonna like them, and I think they're really gonna fit well. I've only knit him a couple pair of socks, so this morning I went fishing in the laundry. Listen, he washes all of his socks in the washer and dryer. I'm not gonna say anything because whatever. I knew that getting into it. I usually knit him opal. There's a ball here he picked out because then I don't care so much, but like He is knit worthy. So I knit him his first hand-dyed sock yarn when our son was born. I knit them both a pair of Green Bay Packers socks that matched. And then last year I knit him these. So I dug this out of the laundry today because I couldn't remember how long I knit his foot. These are just like a titch too short in the foot. So I'm going to make it longer on the Bouctouche Boardwalk Socks. This is Nomadic yarns. He's my favorite self-striping sock yarn dyer. She's in the States, so I have a lot of her sock yarn. That this whole basket here is full of it, waiting to be knit up. So I always have a vanilla sock on the needle. And yeah, this is the one I knit for him. I gave him these this Christmas. So yeah, I was using these for measurement today because he was asleep at 3 o'clock in this morning when I was looking to see how long I needed to make the foot, and I can't find his cardboard cutout. I just rearranged my yarn room. I got these new shelves, and I don't know where his foot is, so I got to track him down to do that again. So I will finish those up today and cast on the second one. And Nancy, when she releases her pattern, she does the proceeds from the first week, I think it's the first week of sales, to charity, which is amazing. So she's mentioned which one she's gonna go for when these get released, but I'll let her share that information. So I can't wait. They're beautiful. It's an awesome pattern. Very, very well written and like beautiful. I can't wait to cast on a pair for myself. So speaking of Nancy, I test knit her very first pattern and I had to finish one sock, and I did that. And then I got all the way to the toe on the second sock and realized I made a mistake. And sometimes I can live with my mistakes and sometimes I can't. And where this is lace, it was bugging me. So I ripped it out. So now I am just about done the second sock. So this was her first pattern. These are the By the Shore socks by Nancy Wheeler, Wheel's wife, and these are beautiful. This was a kit by Long Dog Yarn. I don't have the ball band. I think I put it on my Ravelry. I will check though. I usually do. See, that's why I use Ravelry, because I lose the ball band and Sawyer steals them or whatever. So I'll try and put it on the screen and if I can find it. So this was Nancy's first sock pattern by the Shore Socks. So it is a cuff down, heel flap and gusset sock. It's beautiful. I love these. They fit so, so well. I can't wait to finish them. They're beautiful. So it's got this really, really, really easy, there's my sock blocker, this really easy lace motif on the front. Very easy to memorize. Great TV knitting. I sometimes knit and read, and this is easy enough that there's like a couple rows of a pattern and then I can just knit. So I can also read and knit these. 2.25 millimeters. I knit these on 9-inch circulars again, and then I switched to magic loop for the toe. I always use Chowgoo 9-inch circulars, and then I have the red lace that I use for the toe. I really like these. I got these at Cricket Cove. These are interchangeable. I just leave them on though. I don't have a set of these. I just bought like a couple pairs, but I definitely would buy a set, but I don't really need any more. I can't really justify another set right now. So yes, I will put the color name down below if I can find it. And I will preface this with saying I have a potty mouth and I often buy knitting related things that swear. So if you do not like swearing, I apologize. Caution. These are my favorite stitch markers and progress keepers. They're by A Needle Runs Through It. I have every set. They're the Not Safe for Work set. So this one says cast off motherfucker. And the one on my husband's sock, I think, or maybe it's another one coming up. I have one that says knit this shit. I have all of them. I love them. Brings me joy. So that is my second Nancy sock, and it's in my Little Bobbins project bag. I love this project bag. I said to my husband last week, can you go downstairs and grab me my knitting? It's in a blue and white and red project bag. This project bag. And he was like, I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. So I'm like yelling downstairs, like, it's blue and white and red. I don't know what else you want. Comes back upstairs with this project bag. There's like the only one in the living room. You didn't tell me that it had bicycles on it. Okay, Adam. So the other sock, this is my last sock. This is in my Mrs. Brown bag, Sock Talk, Grocery Girls, Sock Talk, project bag. So I always have a vanilla sock on the go. I'm trying to read more, and I can knit a vanilla sock and read my e-reader like without looking. I just flip my pages. And I usually have a vanilla sock on the go for myself, but like I said, my husband has been asking for socks and he is very knitworthy. So before I cast on those other socks for him, I had cast these on. I have tons and tons of socks, so I didn't really need a new pair for myself. So this is for my husband as well. I got this yarn in a fiber swap. It is the River City Yarns Hat Trick Canada colorway. I'm sorry if you can hear banging. Sawyer is having quiet time upstairs, and he got a new construction set for his birthday, and he is making some things up there, so I apologize. So these are, again, 9-inch circulars, 2.25 millimeters. This is just vanilla. I make shit. A needle runs through it. Highly recommend. I have tons of her stitch marker sets, not just the not safe for work ones. I really, really like them. I have been knitting vanilla socks for so long now that I don't really need a pattern. I just know what I do. I usually do 1x1 or 2x2 rib. This one is 1x1, and this yarn is kind of like spiraling. I knit the leg. I like a long leg. And then I do a heel flap and gusset. I have done Afterthought and Fish Lips Kiss heel before, but I have a really high instep and my husband has really fat feet. So a heel flap and gusset works best for both of us. I just like it best. So yeah, I used Susan B. Anderson, How I Make My Socks, when I was first learning how to knit socks. I find that pattern is just a really straightforward, vanilla, no nonsense pattern. It's a free pattern. And then I used her How I Make My Socks for Men to knit my husband's socks. I still refer to that when I'm knitting him socks, because sometimes I haven't knit him socks in a while, so I had to refer back to like the heel turn and things like that. But yeah, so these are just going to be my reading vanilla socks. I'll keep these in my car. If I have 10 minutes before work, I knit before I have to go in, or, you know, if I'm going to an appointment, I knit. The other day I was stuck in traffic for like 45 minutes at a dead standstill, car off, had my audiobook on, was knitting on my sock. It pays to have a project bag, because I was not super mad about being stuck in traffic, because I was listening to an audiobook and knitting, and I had snacks. So I was all set. So that is that. The other two things I am making, I love to knit sweaters. I don't really gauge swatch like I should, so don't come for me, but sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I didn't for this. It's a cardigan. My gauge is pretty bang on. This yarn is very affordable. I'm fine if it's a little bit oversized. I know that I picked a size that if my gauge is off, it's not really going to matter one way or another. So this is the Stria Cardigan by Drea Rene Knits. I am knitting this in whole skein, super soft yarn. It's my first time using this yarn. Nancy has used it in the past, and I've seen her projects with it, and this sweater is meant to be made with like a little bit of a toothier yarn, but it's still really soft, so I wanted to give it a go. It was very, very economical. So this is the cardigan. These are my colors. It's Fisherman's Rib. I love Fisherman's Rib. I love brioche, although it is slow going. I really, really like this. I like the designs back here. So I've separated for the sleeve already. I've got one of those, I can't remember what these are called. I got this from Amanda from Sweet Skein of Mine. She had them in her shop. It's basically just like an elastic cord, and you transfer your sleeve stitches onto it. I'll try and put it down there if I remember. And it's awesome for try-ons. And then you just put your tips of your needles in here and slide your stitches back on when you're ready to pick up. So I've got mint green, purple, blue, and a pink on the go. I'll show you my colorways. This is also in a Mrs. Brown's bag, project bag. I've had this one for quite a while. So I am using almond, candy floss. Of course, I'm in the middle of a row right now. Cowl, hyacinth, and fountain. So this sweater is gonna take me a while because it's slow going, but that's okay. It's really enjoyable. I really like the Fisherman Rib, and the color changes. It's almost like knitting self-striping, which I find, same thing. You're like, one more row, I'm gonna get to the next color. It's really motivating, so I really like that. And I can't wait. It's like really, really soft. I think this, like, I could wear this next to my skin, no problem. And I've got really sensitive skin, so I'm really looking forward to this. This is like a nice spring colors. It'll take me forever, just because I have a really long torso. So I find when I knit sweaters, I always need to add a couple of inches compared to everybody else, and it's gonna take forever, but that's okay. The last thing I am working on, it's in a Christmas project bag, because I have been working on this since December 1st of 2021. This was my Advent cast on from my Advent calendar last year. So last year, December 2021, I had the 2 Advents last year. I was very lucky. I had the Grenouille Co. Advent, and I am making the Scattering Petals Cowl. And this is by Drea Rene Knits. This pattern is awesome. You can knit it in DK, you can knit it in fingering weight, you can do fingering weight held double. I am doing fingering weight, so it's so soft. So I got 1 mini skein a day, started here. So I've knit through all of the colorways. Got 1 a day for the month of December. So this is the last color. So this is the whole Advent calendar here. And then I am doing 2 repeats of the colors. And I will still have yarn left over. So I am about halfway through my 2nd repeat. This is perfect TV knitting too. It's really, really enjoyable. It's super simple. I love it. It's so squishy. It's going to be a cowl, which I can't wait because I love to knit. I think I'm a process knitter because I love to knit shawls. But sometimes I find they can be too much around my neck and I find them a little smothering. So this cowl I'm excited for. It's going to be the perfect size. And I've got my Pearl Smith Progress Keeper on there that I got from my friend Amanda in her Sweet Skein of Mine Advent calendar from last year when I had that. And again, are you surprised? Another Progress Keeper from A Needle Runs Through It. This is the Hamilton set. My husband got me this set for Christmas because I love Hamilton. So I can't wait to finish this. I'm just going to finish my test knit and my other pair of, like I'm going to finish my 2 Nancy socks before I finish this because I want to get those done because I want to wear my pair and the other pair is an active test knit. So I want to get those done. And my husband will be bugging me to get his socks finished because he wants to wear them hiking. So yeah, this is like so squishy. I like really want to knit a DK weight version too. I also think this would be an amazing gift knit. It's like the perfect Advent pattern. Like it's just so squishy. So I'm super excited about that. And I've got all my Advent yarn in a bag in here. Yeah, and so like these are the ones I've already knit twice, and I haven't weighed these, but like I still have enough, like I could probably make another one of these. I'm just gonna put them in my mini scraps when I'm done. Or they go so well together though, so I don't know, I think I'll have to keep them together and maybe make a scrappy pair of socks or something. So that is all I have on the go for knitting right now. I did finish a pair of vanilla socks recently, which is why I cast on that new pair for my husband. I can't remember what colorway these are. I'll see if I can find it, but I lost the ball band like a long time ago. And it's Nomadic yarns, who again, my favorite self-striping sock dyer. 2.25 millimeters, 1x1 rib. This is the first pair that I knit completely on 9-inch circulars. I didn't think I would like it before, but I really like it because I thought it would be too squishy and it wasn't. So I knit this whole thing on 9-inch circulars up until the toe, and then I did a rounded toe. Sometimes I do a rounded toe, sometimes I do a square. Actually this pair I forgot. This is why I need to use Ravelry, because I started these in the summer at the trailer that we have, and I did a rounded toe on one, and then I did a square toe on the other. Whatever, it doesn't matter, but this is why I need notes on Ravelry. So yes, Nomadic yarns. I just like think her colors are amazing. They're so vibrant. I love them. Yeah, so other than that, I am not knitting a whole lot, but I do have some dream knitting that I have been purchasing some things for. I've been really good. Like I have a beautiful yarn stash, as you can see. I have been curating this stash for a long time, and I am content with it. I have really slowed down in the amount of yarn that I buy, and I'm really trying to knit from stash because it's all beautiful and I don't need anything. But sometimes, you know, you gotta have something new. And I had COVID in January. My son had COVID in January. I'm triple vaxxed. He was 3, so he is unvaccinated. He brought home from daycare. And I bought some things while we were home. Yeah, I did. So, and some of them are for my dream knitting. So, the first thing I got recently, if you don't want to see stash, this is where we should part ways, because I have some stash. I will not normally have this amount of stash. I've been a little gluttonous lately, so this won't be normal. But I did get some Lulu and Roxy basics. This is 75-25, 465 yards, 425 meters. It's just white, so it's called Not Quite White. I got this for a purpose. So last year for Advent, I had Amanda's Sweet Skein of Mine Advent, and I loved it. And my thing is, I'm only buying Advents if I'm going to use it. And I have done that so far. So I have purchased, her Advent was my first one that I've done. And I knit a Bits and Bobs blanket with it, which I loved. And then I'm knitting that Scattering Petals Cowl with my Grenouille Co. one. And I did get the Creative Knitter Advent because it's a rainbow, and I had like visions of knitting a rainbow Bits and Bobs blanket. And then she released this, and like, I just couldn't help myself because like, look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. So this was her Advent last year. There's like way more. It's falling everywhere. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I am going to make another Bits and Bobs blanket with it. So I ordered 5 skeins of the Lilo and Roxy. I'm going to hold it double with my Cozy Knitter Advent and make another Bits and Bobs blanket, because the Bits and Bobs blanket that I made last year is one of the most favorite things I've ever knit. It's like for me, it's the perfect blanket. It's fisherman's rib. And I love the process of knitting fisherman's rib. Brioche is my favorite stitch ever to knit, and this is so similar to brioche. This is 2 skeins of fingering weight held double. And so this was my Amanda. I used my Advent from Amanda, sweet skein of mine, and then I held scraps, just like whatever neutral scrap I had, because I have a ton of scraps, and I was like, what am I going to do with these? So I just held it with her Advent, and like, I love, love, love how it turned out. It's beautiful, and it's drapey. It's not too warm. I love it, and my husband and I fight over who's gonna use it. So does my son. So we needed another one. So I got that Lilo and Roxy yarn to put my Advent to use, because I can't really justify buying another Advent unless I'm using my Advent yarn. It just feels gluttonous. That would be perfect for heels, toes, and cuffs of socks, but I have bigger plans for it. So I can't wait to finish my Scattering Petals Cowl and then cast on a new Bits and Bobs blanket, because like, this is the, for me, perfect blanket. So what else? I may have ordered some Vivid. I'm sorry about the cellophane. Vivid Yarn Co. came out with basically a fuck collection. And it was various skeins, all had the name fuck in the title. So like, hello, I could not order some because I'm a potty mouth. And so I couldn't pick which one I wanted. So I got the mini set, all the fucks, which I love. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I totally got stuck. I love the colors. Like, I love them. But did I buy this because of the name? 100%. It's going to be in stash. And that's okay. I'll find something to do with it. And I bought some Christmas gifts recently. I can't believe I have started already, but I did. Studio Britta, I had an amazing experience with her. I ordered, let me see. Sorry. I ordered these 2 coin pouches. I was gonna order one for my mom and one for me for Christmas, because butterflies remind us of my grandmother, her mother, who passed away. But then I remembered that it's my year to do the gift swap with my aunts and my mom and myself. So there's 4 of us. We each take turns. So every 4 years, you know, you buy everybody gifts, including yourself. We try and get everybody the same thing. And it's just kind of a special family bonding thing that we do. And this year's my year. So I messaged her, and she actually custom made me 2 other ones, and they're probably in my mailbox actually. I can't wait to get them. They're gonna love these. Like, I love mine, and I'm having a hard time waiting for Christmas, but I will. And then she sends these lovely little thank you tags. I have another one somewhere because I placed another order for this little bunny who is just adorable. It's an ornament. My son will love this. This is one of those pieces that we're going to use every year to decorate for Easter. I'm slowly kind of trying to build our holiday decor, and like that one was too cute to pass up. And I have one of her bags. The Nomadic yarns that I just finished those socks, I was using this bag, which is one of her bags too. Like, so cute. The other day after swimming lessons, Sawyer and I stopped at Cricket Cove, our local yarn store, because they were having a 25% off sale. And did I need anything? No. I went in there to buy a sweater quantity of yarn for Sawyer. I knew I wanted Cascade 220 for a flax sweater for him. His other one that I knit him last year is too small now. I wanted him to pick out the color. I don't know why. I should have just bought red because that's his favorite color. He picks that color out every time. I don't know. So I got some Cascade while it was on sale. Cascade 220 Super Wash. So this is machine washable, tumble dry low. So I'm gonna knit him a flax out of this. Can't wait. And I have knit him a hand-dyed yarn sweater before, and like that's great, and he takes good care of it. But he's 4 now, and I kind of want a sweater that I don't have to worry about. He doesn't have to worry about it. Washer, dryer, done. So I'm gonna knit him that. And then while I was there, I have like lots of fingering weight yarn, but there's some colors, like pastel colors, that I don't really have in stash. And I don't have a ton of single weight yarn, so I got caught up in the moment, and I bought these. So Hedgehog Skinny Singles. This is the Piggy Bank colorway. And then Long Dog yarn in Coral Crush. So a sock set. So at least if I'm buying something, it's not something I already have. That's what I told myself anyways. And the last thing I bought is a doozy. I have been wanting to make the Comfort Fade Cardi for like basically since the pattern was released, but I couldn't find a fade that I loved, and I really wanted it to be a true fade, gradient fade. I didn't want it to be choppy. I wanted it to be just gradual, and I was being picky, but I knew if I was gonna invest in 9 skeins of DK weight yarn, that's an investment, and I wanted to love it. And so I've been looking for over a year for a set, and I couldn't find one. I tried to find them online, and they were either too choppy, they weren't gradual enough, they weren't like a true fade, or they didn't have my size in stock, or it was a fingering weight fade. Like I would find a fade I would like, but it would be in fingering weight, or I would try and create my own fade, but then, you know, you'd get 2 skeins in this colorway and you need 3, and you'd only be able to find 1 in this colorway and you need 2. So I was at work last week and I was texting with my friend Leanne about a fade. She was trying to help me, and I was like, I don't know. I just filed my taxes. I was kind of cranky that I couldn't find what I wanted. And I basically said, fuck it. I love the fade that is in the original pattern. And I checked, because I kept referring back to La Bien-Aimée website, like as a reference of their fades because they're so beautiful. And then I was like, oh my God, they have my size in stock. And then I just got out my credit card and typed in the number, and like kind of had like an out of body experience when I hit pay now. And I like don't even know what this costs because I just couldn't think about it because I knew it was a lot of money. But I love it. And if I'm going to knit this, I want to love it because it's an investment. It's a big investment. So I did it. I got the fade from La Bien-Aimée in the colorway that was actually in the pattern photos. So I'll see if I can figure out how to put a picture in. So it's their Merino DK, and it's the Vespa fade. So this is color 1. It's a four color fade. And that's color 2, which fades into this one. And then this is the last one. So I'm really excited. I have not actually knit with their yarn before. I have one Skein in stash, I think. But it's kind of one of those ones I've been hoarding and I haven't knit with it. So I'm going to gauge swatch for this because it's a big investment and I want to make sure that I knit it properly. Yeah, but I'm going to try and finish my other sweater first and be good because I'm trying to pare down the amount of whips that I have to a more reasonable number. Trying the best I can. So anyways, the only other thing I've bought recently is the Ocean Loop Studios. I have it, it's opened because I'm using them. I bought her Ukraine stitch marker. Sorry, I dropped them on the floor. Ukraine stitch marker set, which she did as a fundraiser. So I have, there's this one, this one, and the other one is on my socks that I'm knitting. They're beautiful, and proceeds went for relief in Ukraine. They're beautiful, and I can't wait to order more of these. I really like them. Yeah, so that is what I've been up to recently. There will not be this much stash for a long, long time. I've been pretty good, like I said, but totally out of control this month. And I also ordered my Advent for next year because I've knit the two that I've knit one and I'm going to knit on the other one. I have plans for it and I know I will do it because I really want the finished project. So I ordered, it's a fade. I ordered the Shirley Bryan Advent this year and I have never ordered her yarn before. It's beautiful. She does beautiful sock sets that I love. I've never bought one, and so I thought I would try that for an Advent this year. And like I said, I'm a sucker for a fade. I can't help it. So we'll see what we get in December, and hopefully by then I'll have my blanket finished and come up with a new project to knit with it. And it might be another blanket because I honestly love my Bits and Bobs blanket that much. I knit it exactly as the pattern is. Like I cast on whatever amount of stitches in the pattern and used the needles in the pattern. And I'm super happy with the size. I will be doing the exact same thing again. My friend Leanne just cast on her Bits and Bobs with an Advent. I think she's using an Advent from Amanda, one of her Advents. She also ordered some Lilo and Roxy. So I can't wait to see how hers knits up. And like it's honestly one of the favorite projects I've ever made. So I'm looking forward to casting that on again. Other than that, I have been watching Bridgerton season 2. It just came out yesterday. So I watched that yesterday morning and I was up at, like I said, 3 o'clock this morning. So I've been watching that and I'm about to go watch it again while Sawyer's having quiet time. And I've been trying to read. I found since I became a more avid knitter that I haven't had as much time to read until I figured out that I could read on my e-reader and knit a vanilla sock at the same time, or listen to an audiobook. So last year I read 32 books and I was super proud of that. And this year I have a goal to read 40. So I'm doing okay so far. I'm currently reading The Paris Apartment by, I think it's by Lucy Foley. I think she wrote The Last Guest too, which I read and I enjoyed, so I'm almost done that. And it's really good. I can't really tell where we're going with it. I also just finished The Madness of Crowds by Louise Penny, I think it is. And I am on Goodreads if anybody wants that information. I like to track my progress with that too. I really, really enjoyed that book. It was kind of about the coronavirus. Not really. It's like a murder mystery, but related to eugenics, and it was based in Canada, and it talked about some Canadian history too. So I found it really interesting as somebody who works in healthcare. I enjoyed reading it. It really made you think from a human aspect. I liked it. And I love true crime. I mean, this wasn't true crime, but anything like that I really like. So I enjoyed that. And I've got a couple more lined up. So I've been using my library and getting some audiobooks and some e-reader books, and I use Audible, and yeah, I think that is about it. I am going to sign off and go watch some Bridgerton before Sawyer's done his quiet time, and we're making some beef brisket on our Traeger tonight. And by we're, I mean my husband Adam is. I'm gonna make some jalapeno cheddar cornbread, so I'll get Sawyer to help me with that when he's done his quiet time. It's like 8 degrees out and sunny, so we're gonna try and hit up a playground. Our Traeger is Wi-Fi controlled, so we can leave it at home and change the temperature when we need to, which is really nice. So you're not kind of stuck at home the whole day when it's smoking. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice family weekend, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for checking me out. Have a great day, everyone.